This is a fake one-sided rivalry. We got Angel Reese taking more shots at Caitlin Clark unnecessarily. You in Indiana having a great time partying. We see all the clips. Why can't you just do your thing? Why can't you just do your thing?
It was supposed to be Angel Reese's moment, her signature shoe drop, center stage, WNBA All-Star weekend. But within hours, it backfired spectacularly. What began as bold branding turned into an epic embarrassment that has fans and sponsors whispering, "She's no Caitlin Clark." Stay tuned because what you're about to see flips the script on WNBA hype.
But can Sarah Spain and the media stop going out there and saying that like the Caitlin Clark needs to do something to stop all this, when it is very clear this is a one-sided beef, and the one-sided beef is not from Caitlin.
Angel Reese launched her Reebok signature sneaker Angel Reese 1 Mebounds with billboards and social media blitz across Indy. A bold play in Caitlin Clark's hometown. But when Clark pulled out with a groin injury just days earlier, ticket sales tanked nearly 50%. The timing of Reese's campaign suddenly felt less epic and more tone-deaf.
We do start our show, though, with unfortunate news out of the WNBA. Caitlin Clark announced today that she will miss both the three-point contest and the WNBA All-Star game this upcoming weekend in Indiana after re-aggravating a groin injury in that final minute of Tuesday's win over the Connecticut Sun. Clark had missed 4 games and the Commissioner's Cup final with that groin injury earlier this month, and now will be out for this weekend's festivities, which really stinks for fans, but you know that if there was any way...
Enter the Caitlin Clark effect. When Clark plays, WNBA viewership skyrockets. Record All-Star game drew 3.44 million in 2024. Without her, it fell to 2.2 million this year, nearly a 36% drop.
Story we have been following throughout the past 2 days surrounds the superstar herself, Caitlin Clark, the WNBA star, the Indiana Fever star, Caitlin Clark. She's going to miss all the action on the court.
Fans weren't kind. X/Twitter flooded with criticism. Opportunistic, poor timing, trying to steal Clark's spotlight. One popular clip titled, "Angel Reese Backlash," showed viral reactions. Cheers turned to eye rolls. She went from marketing mastermind to cautionary tale in under a weekend.
Caitlin Clark gets hurt, and guess what? Your demand vanishes because people ain't going to pay up to see these athletes that are ungrateful that their sport's growing. People aren't paying up for that. And we are here, right here. The tickets for this game, for this All-Star game, they've dropped by 50%.
Let's go deeper. Reese and Clark's rivalry dates back to the 2023 NCAA title game. Reese's infamous "You can't see me" gesture sparked huge backlash, yet Clark received little critique. As Reese leaned into villain territory, "I'll take the bad guy role," she doubled down on drama. But when unattributed moves happen in Clark's favor, they're praised as fierce competitiveness.
But when it comes to the vendors in the arena, the shops in the arena, they're not going to have the same amount of people patronize their business as they would if Caitlin Clark was there. The surrounding restaurants, the surrounding areas, the surrounding attractions, they're not going to have the same number of people.
On First Take, Stephen A. Smith dismissed the rivalry. "There's no rivalry, they're different types of players." Still, he admitted Clark's star power eclipsed Reese, saying Reese can't carry that narrative financially. "She's not built for the spotlight." That blunt verdict hit hard, going viral and fueling the narrative she couldn't outshine Clark off the court.
Reebok, Angel Reese are taking shots at Caitlin Clark, using her as promo. Angel Reese, let's be clear here. Let's just be all the way clear here. Angel Reese is a solid basketball player. Angel Reese 100% has benefited from attaching herself to Caitlin Clark at every single turn. Her podcast, the first 3 episodes, all the clips promoting was bringing up Caitlin Clark. It was bringing up Caitlin Clark and all of the promo. People wanted to know what she was going to say. She used Caitlin Clark as...
Despite flops, Reese's brand remains strong. Her sneakers saw 700K plus views, and she landed on the NBA 2K26 cover. But visibility doesn't equal credibility. As Clark rides all-star momentum and record deals, Reese risks being seen as flash without substance.
Angel Reese, I'm in your city. Walk in your trap, take over your trap. Post it on Instagram. There's about 15 fans there, and Reebok put up a board. You would expect Reebok to put up a board. Let's never forget that when let's never forget the gigantic Caitlin Clark Nike billboard in Chicago. Let's never forget that. So if Reebok didn't put up a board for Angel Reese.
So what now? Reese has to pivot, drop the provocation, prove she can back it up on court and in timing. With upcoming CBA talks and another shoe drop in 2026, she's under pressure to shift from spectacle to substance or risk being overshadowed permanently.
You continue to take shots at her, and then when them shots get fired back, nobody likes it. We don't have no videos of Caitlin Clark really taking shots at Angel Reese. Look at what Angel Reese and Reebok are doing for views. Walk in your trap, take over your trap. This is promo they're doing in Indianapolis, where Caitlin Clark plays. That is a clear shot. It's a clear shot. Like I said, this is a fake rivalry. I think you've won one game versus Caitlin Clark. You've never won in Indiana at all. It's just like you continue to attach yourself to her at every turn, users.
Angel Reese thought she could hijack Clark's momentum, but instead, she crashed into her own misfire. Will she learn? Or will she be branded, not Caitlin Clark, forever? Tell us below. Did she cross a line or just play the game? Like, comment, subscribe, and dive deeper into the next chapter of WNBA's fiercest rivalry.
Has never said a negative word about Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark has never said a negative word. Or like, to be honest, when it comes to Caitlin Clark, like, she did show it by her actions. Showed it by her actions. She didn't need to say, I'm taking over Chicago. She did, however, go and put up 31 and 12, set a career high with 12 assists, be the only player in the history of the WNBA ever to have 31 and 12 in a game. She did, in fact, do that and then try to hype up the Chicago crowd. So it's like, fair enough. You want to say, oh, Caitlin Clark did this, then show it with your actions. Go and win MVP. Go and win MVP. Don't just be like, this is my city. Don't just come in and be like, this is my city. You've never won a game. Has she won a game in Indiana? I don't think she's ever won a game in Indiana. I actually do not think she has won a pro game in Indiana.
Angel Reese came into WNBA All-Star Weekend ready to take the spotlight, her own signature sneaker, billboards in Indy, bold slogans. But within hours, it all backfired spectacularly. Ticket prices plummeted. Fans recoiled. And suddenly, she wasn't Caitlin Clark. This isn't a win, it's an embarrassment. Stay tuned, you're about to see how her all-star stunt turned into a full-blown failure.
Now with Reebok she's using, this is nonstop. She has attached herself to Caitlin Clark at every single turn, and she has benefited. Let's be clear here. Yes, she does receive backlash. She does receive negativity, but she has benefited greatly. She has made millions of dollars off of attaching herself to Caitlin Clark and using her to make her brand bigger.
Angel Reese and Reebok dropped the Angel Reese One Mebounds hard-hitting billboard slogans. Instagram hype right in Caitlin Clark's hometown. But when Clark announced she'd miss All-Star Weekend due to a groin injury, ticket prices plunged almost 50% overnight.
This is absolutely a one-sided rivalry. And we've got to say it like it is. Like, we can't say Caitlin needs to do this, Caitlin needs to do that. Let's be real. The only reason this is still a rivalry is because the other side of the rivalry won't stop it. And by the way, it is extremely beneficial for Angel Reese to be in this.
Known as the Caitlin Clark effect, her All-Star debut drew record seats and fees average ticket rose to $262. Without her, prices dropped to just $121, then $64, a shocking 48% dive. That's power.
Ticket prices. The demand fell off a cliff. And it's not just the on-court product that suffers without number 22, Caitlin Clark. The entire weekend's economic opportunities have felt the fallout. This was conveyed with a July 18th post from NBA Central that wrote, quote, "The get-in price for for the WNBA All-Star game in Indianapolis has dropped 48% from $121 a ticket to $64 a ticket after the news broke that Caitlin Clark won't be playing. I mean, the tickets lost 50% of its value. These numbers are confirmed by TickPick's website, currently having the All-Star Game's get-in price at $64. In a July 16th article from Front Office Sports, which was posted before Clark announced she'd be sitting out, was $121.
Reese versus Clark goes back to 2023 and say, "You can't see me" moments sparked instant debate. Reese once admitted, "I'll take the bad guy role." But while Clark's grit earns praise, Reese is trending villain.
From $121 all the way down to just $64 after news broke that Caitlin Clark won't be playing. These are people saying, I'm done. I don't want to watch. Caitlin Clark's not. I bought tickets solely to watch Caitlin Clark in the All-Star game. I made accommodations solely to get to Indiana to watch Caitlin Clark in the All-Star game. She's injured. I have no interest in that anymore. People are selling their tickets so much so they just want off of them. 121, okay. You want it for 100? Oh no, okay. I guess I gotta lower it to 80. Oh, you don't want to buy it for 80? Okay, I guess I'll lower it to 70. You don't want to buy it to 70? I guess I'll lower it to $64. The WNBA is paying attention to these trends, and they're seeing firsthand what Caitlin Clark is worth to this league.
Stephen A. Smith chimed in, "This isn't rivalry, it's chalk and cheese. Reese can't match Clark's draw." On First Take, he said bluntly, "She's no Caitlin Clark and she's financially not built for this." That soundbite erupted online.
Really unfortunate that Caitlin Clark missed it. The crowd would have been exploding. The crowd would have been exploding. The arena would have been exploding. Oh man, a big miss as far as the WNBA is concerned.
Despite the flop, Reese doubled down, offering the pink Mebounds design with Shaq on board. The sneakers hit 700K views on X, turned viral, and even sparkled praise from Dave Portnoy. But hype is not equal to redemption.
You're going to mess around, and a large, massive group of fans are going to be like, enough is enough. We've never had to see anything like it in sports, but you don't see these other leagues going around talking crazy about their fan bases all the time, like this league does. It's continuous. They're running their mouth about the people that are paying money to see them. You don't have other jobs where people walk up. You're in a public job that's in front of the world.
Meanwhile, Clark's focus on mental, physical health, rest, red light therapy, journaling earned mass respect. She missed 10 games, but still averaged 16.5/8.8/5.0 and remains WNBA star. Her leadership during All-Star CBA protest positioned her as the voice of change.
A bunch of players and coaches of the last few days have complained without being fine-worthy about officiating. I just want to see about your thoughts on if officiating is an issue and how it can be improved. It's clear there seems to be problems or disconnect between what players and coaches feel and what officials are actually calling.
Angel Reese tried to hijack the All-Star stage, but ended up overshadowed. Did her stunt empower or embarrass? Is she the fearless star she claims, or just hype without substance? Sound off below. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, and let us guide you through the next chapter of this explosive rivalry.
You know, as a fan of sports for 60 years now, I know that, no one's ever happy with officiating. All sports deal with it, but we're working hard to make sure we're putting the best product out on the court, and our officiating then follows.